bro.
No milk.
Nah, I'm with you still. I'm with you. Ain't no fruit in that bowl. We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm saying, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
Jay, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to the Cybernerds House of Dragon talk, where we discuss everything Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, yeah, all that kind of stuff, innit? So before we get started, by all means, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to watch the full watch along, do not wait for the chopped up and screw version. Head over to patreon.com/the Cybernerds, where you get slapped up weekly, or shanked, or burned, or mutilated, whatever might come that week, innit? We're just here to react. So you, man, we got to go to the premiere. I see some of you, man, dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? Smell like $1 million and that. You know what's mad, yeah? I see one picture and this girl's whole spine, neck was finished looking at this brother over here, fam. Do you see the picture? The whole, you know, like them horror movies where the whole thing turns. That's what she did, bruv. I couldn't believe when I saw that.
And the bedroom was like, excuse me, over
Yeah,
here.
like she's with another dude as well, bruv.
Subscribe to the channel. I'm here every day.
Make me sick.
I'm here every day. Subscribe to the channel.
But yeah,
every day.
what you man saying?
I'm glad we're back in Westeros still. You get me? I'm glad we're back. And I want to get this off early, innit? I feel Daemon Targaryen. I feel like that's where I'm gonna be at. Team Daemon Targaryen.
Okay.
Like Matt Smith comes in this episode. For me, realistically, he's really carrying the thing. He's got this good villainous energy about him, but he's villainous. Yeah, villainous, venomous. He's got a good energy about him, but at the same time, he's towing the line. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I like, because I think the show is trying to frame him one way, but really, we've not seen it from his perspective. Only like really one time when he really got to talk to his brother in the episode, and really like expressed how the world's been treating him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like him. I like what he's doing, and I want to see more. You know, and I just hope they don't take him too far down the doing weird shit, kind of, bruv, because it's Game of Thrones. Yeah. So it's like whenever you get a good character that's fire, there's always like they already started the man off with erectile dysfunction, innit? So like episode 1, he's, you know what I'm saying? He strokes mad. He's got ED. Like, but it's cool.
Bro, it happens, bro.
Bro, I don't know if it does happen, but
I mean,
what happens to, yeah,
you know the term, yeah.
It happens.
Maybe he's not dismembering enough people on the week. Who knows, bro?
Get me. For some reason, he was not turned on appropriately at the time.
So it happens.
All I'm saying is, I think he's got good energy, and I want to see what he does, because we know he's going to be on major crud this season.
That's for me. That's why I don't think maybe he's the villain of maybe this season or something. But like you're saying, he's towing the line to the point where he's only doing right by what he knows by royalty and what a king should do. Man saying I should be in your right hand on your brother. You're trying to put me as far away as possible. Your right hand saying I'm the one going out of line. But have I really done anything that's out of line that everyone's actually disagreeing with?
Not that we've seen.
Yeah, exactly. Not that we've seen. Like, he's gone out to dismember and maim criminals, but he's only putting fear into other people that don't challenge us Targaryens, kind of thing. And they're disagreeing with that. There's only one person at the table that's like, this guy is doing okay. Like, everyone else is disagreeing with him because he's fearful and he's this and that. But it's like,
that man are shook at him.
Basically.
That man are shook at the strength that he exudes.
And if he was to be king, that man would be X.
Exactly. And it's funny because obviously he has the conversation with his brother, the king, and he's like, bro, you're weak. And I think what the rest of the council fear from him, except for the black guy, because the black guy's already married to a Targaryen and probably really understands how real Targaryen blood boils from the wife. Because bear in mind, his wife got looked over for the throne. So you already know she's going home and being like, nah, these man, blah, blah, blah. Daemon's got the same energy. These man, blah, blah, blah. The king, he never had that energy. Right. And even bear in mind, he went through a a battle to become king as well, in terms of the Mad King presented it to him. He was never rightfully meant to be a king. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't know how he was moving beforehand. So for me, Daemon actually seems like the right person to be the next king for what's going on. And they even explain that when they're talking about how King's Landing's been finished since blah blah. And he's like, bruv, I'm cleaning it up. You got guests coming in. Like, everything he says to me makes sense. And his methods, I don't even think are mad. Because if you've been letting them man run around lawless,
what's gonna happen?
Rounding them up in one day, chopping off hands, dicks, breasts, necks, since it's been moving mad, it sends the right. You man, guests are just stay at yard. Everyone be calm, bruv. So Daemon Targaryen, that's where I'm at.
No, like, you know what? Like, one thing that I've seen more and more for the past, I want to say 2 years, writers have now start coming more forward with showing the other side of these villainous characters. And this is it as well. Like, because in the past, it's not common for you to be able to see, or at least have an opinion, like to be like, oh, like he had something to say that rebattles what the good guys are kind of saying in it. So this is something that writers have been doing quite frequently. And like, yeah, like this guy is just this whole energy, like it's sick. And I'm just really looking forward to see how and who's gonna side with him and how he's gonna move mad. I'm with you on that one about, don't do too much, like stay in your character. But then again, this is Game of Thrones where something like a little thing, like a little miscommunication will throw man off the edge.
See, I'm with the descent of miscommunication. It's the assassination of the character that I want to avoid.
Right.
Like, don't make him a pedophile. Don't make him something that we can then not side with at all for any reason. Don't do that. Keep him where he is and let him make decisions, emotional decisions, even wrong decisions based on what is happening to him and his circumstance.
Yeah.
I'm there for that.
I agree.
I'm not there for the other side. And what you're talking about with the writers is Game of Thrones, I think, has been one of the shows that have been ahead of time in terms of just showing perspectives. Like, me even calling man villainous is probably the wrong term because Game of Thrones just shows you perspective and lets you decide. And that's the issue with the last season. They didn't let you decide. They said, the good guys are winning. And then they let who they decided were the good guys to win. And that's what I don't want to happen here. Just let this thing unfold, bro. And in the first episode, they do that mad because they have the whole scene with the C-section of the baby. And it's like, even the three of us are coming off that on different sides of it.
C-section, that was a straight eye, bruv.
Disclaiming the views of Mr. Blitztech are all his own.
That seems mad, bruv.
But I hear you, fam. But like I said, I want them to put us in moral grey areas all the time. Yeah. Keep us in moral grey areas, fam. Because for me, the whole C-section section, I'm not even trying to be funny with it, I'm not trying.
This is crazy.
I thought was I need to say this correctly.
Okay.
I thought I was fine with what happened. I'm not fine with the conversations that happened up to that in terms of how the husband and the wife have been communicating to how they're going to deal with this pregnancy. That's where the majority of my issue lied. I think the king had to make an impossible decision, and he made an impossible decision. He tried to save as much of his family as he could and ended up saving none, which was a large possibility anyway. So I can't really fault man for that.
Yeah, but you know what? Nah, in a way, I kind of have to... like, bro, 5 pregnancies in 10 years, no contingency plan, fam. What is that about? Like, you're a king. Like, you already was lucky enough to be selected by the Mad King, yeah? So you already been in that position. You already know, like, how it goes through your bloodline. Why are we not thinking ahead of time and be like, yo, I'm clapping 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't like that.
And then,
but that's the reason.
All blondes.
And I'm on Sam's side with this because I don't think he's done anything wrong in terms of staying faithful to his wife.
It's not about being wrong.
Bruv, it's staying faithful to his wife and trying to give him the heir that he wants. Now that she's passed away, if he still continues to not have a contingency, I'm going to say he's mad. Because, bruv, he can say that, yo, my daughter's the heir, my brother's out of here, and that be the lineage, and then go and tax other women and go and have another heir and be like, I've got a boy, son, this is what it is. Bruv, I don't think there's an issue with that. So him not having a contingency plan in terms of another woman with another baby, I'm fine with, because man wants to be a faithful king and he wants his wife to have his male heir. So I'm cool with that. It's everything that happens from the second she passes away, I want to see now.
And that's where it's going to send everything down into madness, bro.
If he had a bastard son, these man would still be beefing like this, bro. They'd still be beefing like this, bro. Man will be like, you're trying to put a bastard on his throne.
Even especially if not Targaryen as well.
Exactly, bro.
Not pure blood Targaryen.
Bro, that'd be sick, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Like go and get that blood, that blonde, wherever them people there,
and then everyone would know, bro. It would be mad.
No, you can't do that.
It'd be mad for man.
I think in that situation with his wife, he's handled it
the
best way possible up until the death of the baby.
For me, like, the episode is always telling of man's character, because obviously they've been saying, oh, there's this guy coming in, he's doing the madness, this is press matters. He's like, don't worry about that, man. We ain't talking about that anyway. There's this tournament coming up. They're both for my son.
And that
what's
just
going
shows,
on? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That just shows that his level of, like, his focus is
competency,
not... You're focusing on the small things.
Yeah, the small things that
do you know what I'm saying?
Everyone wants to celebrate.
Like, even my man that's married to his cousin, wherever it is, he's at the table bringing important matters to the table, and he's like, he's dismissing it.
The reason why I don't agree here is, bruv, look at how he became king. He became king through this same deluded, messed up process, bruv. This is bruv. Their man was
so he's relying on that as well. Again,
not relying on that, bruv. When they said they marked it as 100 years ago, this thing happened. 100 years later, this thing's happening again, bruv. This is legitimately the most pressing matter. I think he's obsessed with having a male son, but the situation of disabling the realm from who has the heir, that's the most pressing thing, bruv. Because let's say they don't do this, and someone shows up, bruv, and then the king gets X'd. The whole realm is now in disarray, and someone else may come and take the... This is why this is the most pressing matter. The tournament ain't, but the heir is. So, and I think that it's getting murky in terms of what we're really focusing on. But I think he knows the heir has to be crowned. And that's why I'm not like, he's moving mad in terms of pressing matters.
So yeah, that happens as well, where obviously the first conversation is like, oh, this guy's doing a madness. I don't want to worry about that. Let's do the tournament. And then they had the child situation happens, both of them die. And then obviously on the night, I'm pretty sure it's the night, right? They're like,
same night.
Yeah, like you're saying, this is now a pressing matter. We need to actually address it,
yeah.
And then he goes mad again and goes like, they just died. What the hell are you guys talking about? So even no matter what situation you bring to this guy, he's always finicky and choosy about the way he wants to go about things.
It's not right, bruv. Like, his mind is not
pressing matter.
There's no focus.
I don't want to talk about it.
Bruv. There's no focus as a king.
Something's going to happen. I want to talk about it.
For me, the focus is there. The focus is on the lineage, and it stayed on the lineage. Do you get what I'm saying? The party was for lineage, and then after it was for lineage. Bruv, he is rattled in terms of he's grieving, and he's got to make big decisions. Like I said, if it was me, bruv, I'm not having that meeting right then. That's down to his decision, but fam, I don't know if that's the writing or this guy, innit? Because that was dodgy. Because that was dodgy. And that's what I'll say, bruv. I wouldn't put that down to him because the way that scene went didn't make sense.
No, because I agree.
And I'm not putting that down to him, bruv.
In the sense I would, because your right-hand man is saying, this night we've got to talk about it. You're saying no. And then the day after, you're sending someone out sabotage this guy again to saying, oh, the guy that is already the brother.
He doesn't.
Oh, when he's using the same words.
Yeah,
as the right hand.
He's saying you've had an heir for a day. Go sort that guy out. So that guy's like, oh, you know what? I'm exing my brother and then going to put my daughter straight just because the right hand man's like, I don't like that guy and don't want me in power regardless.
I don't agree. See, and this is the thing. Because they didn't show us, I can't say that's 100% what happened. I could still say that the conversation from the previous day where man was like, oh, the brother this, the brother that, could still be the same conversation in his mind. It doesn't mean that he's spoken to him again in that period.
What do you mean?
So like basically, them man had the first meeting. And in the first meeting, he was like, oh, your brother can't be king.
Okay.
He needs to go back to his lady wife.
Yeah.
Them man don't meet again until the night the mum dies. the mum dies, and then he sends them away. We see the end of that meeting.
Yeah.
It's never brought up that the brother needs to get sent away again or anything like that.
No, yeah. Agree.
Yeah, so for me, in the king's mind, he's just ticking over in between them two meetings. Then, obviously, the incident with my man talking about the king for a day or heir for a day has happened. And then he's just reverted back to, this is what was said. And it's in his mind like it's his idea.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that is him being swayed by the hand. But I don't think it's as apparent as like you're making it sound.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think in this situation, he's rattled, he don't know what he's doing, and sending him away, he's done that before. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's been doing that. So to him, he's not doing something he's not done before already.
I don't think the brother directly sent him away. He gave the power to do that to the right hand, right?
What do you mean?
He said, sort my brother out rather than...
because it's the hand that sorts that kind of stuff out. And he's
Nah,
the one
no,
to
no,
put him in
The
power.
king never sent the brother away anywhere. He was always saying, can you give something to this guy not to be around, right?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, because he told him to give him the gold cloaks. The gold cloaks are right here in town.
Yeah, which is the...
His armies.
Yeah, it's
the
his
army.
army. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's in town. So, and he said it was a half measure. So it's like the hand knows I've got to give my man something to engage
occupied.
him, to keep him occupied. But then also he didn't try to send him away because he probably knows he can't do that. Only the king can do that.
Right.
That's why when it came down to sending him away, he said, "You're going and you're not beefing me about it," because obviously he sent him away before and then squabbled about it. And this is what I'm saying. It's like that situation, I think, is fine because the king has to go chat to his brother.
Yeah, cool.
No one else can chat to his brother. You see him chat to his brother in front of other people. He's mocking it.
Yeah.
But one-on-one, his brother's going to listen to man and do what he says. So I don't think he's right for how he's been treating his brother, but that was the appropriate action for a king who's grieving, he's rattled, and he's a bit all over the place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it all makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This is why it comes down to perspectives, because it's like you would understand where the king is coming from, but it's like it can be handled better, but it can't because of the situations.
It can, but it can't. It can, but it can't.
It can.
That's
and
what I'm
obviously
saying.
the brother, we're like, he's handling situations because of how he's seeing things for the way his brother's treating the kingdom, but they're like, the realms will go mad because he's moving mad, but you're like, you're moving mad because you're weak. And it's mad, and then it comes down to the daughter, which I find also interesting because she's like, I'm fine where I am. I don't mind pouring drinks.
Yeah, she's
then she's thrust upon royalty.
I want to see how that's gonna flip her mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because like her energies, like you said, I just listen.
cool.
I just want to be traveling around with the dragons, hang out with them 24/7. I don't want to do none of this nonsense. But now that the responsibility has been passed on to her, and it might actually, and if you think about it, going back to the conversation with the mum, she might actually hold some sort of resentment. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hope
and
not.
that, bro, because that's deep.
I hope not.
The way the mum was like, yo, one day you're gonna lay on this bed and you're gonna have what did you say? A firm lip. What? And you see it like in the eyes. She's doing a lot of talking with the eyes.
I hope not.
And the whole thing with the dad, like, all this time ignoring me, boom, boom. But I'm cool with dad, but I know this situation, and everything she says is back to mum. I hope mum has the boy for her sake.
I hear that.
All of this stuff.
It's deep, bro.
I just don't want the daughter to become like a failing of the dad. Like, because the dad's not a good dad, I don't want her energy to then flip. What I would like her to do is to go full warrior princess and be like, listen, the dragons and she said she would rather ride out as a knight. I wish that she just says, listen, the whole mum thing, I would hope the fear of ending up like her mum makes her not go down that way at all, period. I'm not taking no man, I'm not doing nothing, straight warrior princess.
But you know these men gonna pressure her to get a husband.
Yes, no, that's good. That is good that it's coming from external. And that I want her to just stand in her ground and be that person.
But that's what I think there's a problem.
And then that get unraveled through the Game of Thrones. Do you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, like you're saying, like she's got that warrior spirit, but she's, like Raven's saying, she's seen what her mum's gone through. It's like, I'm probably not going to be that. But it's probably going to be like, since the only person that's left is her dad, and the way her dad moves,
Dad's not lasting very long.
Yeah, dad's not lasting until the end of the season.
And then you got the brother, which that's how I feel like they're going to butt heads.
But you know what I think who kind of like stirred the shit with her and everybody else? the guy, not the another was he a Baratheon as well?
Which one?
The guy that was beefing him, and they got when he got the first thing.
No, you're talking about the common
common
dude.
guy.
The common guy.
He's not Baratheon.
No.
All right, cool. But they was were they shitting on him on his house?
He clapped 2 Baratheons.
Yeah.
That's why we was paying attention to him.
Okay.
So he clapped 2 Baratheons, and then he had to go up against Daemon.
Right.
And then lost to Daemon. Or in fact, he beat Daemon after Daemon was showvoting.
Right.
That's what was going on there. So I don't think the Baratheons are really getting involved like that. I think they just wanted to show that, look at this commoner. On a come up.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Cool.
Steep, man.
But it's mad. It's mad.
Best kind of politics I've seen in a while. To be
Yo,
honest.
listen, it's and you know, Game of Thrones does this thing where they'll just bring something that you don't see it coming a mile away. Like that whole shock value kind of stuff. You know, they're super with it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting to see that before I give these man that 30 Game of Thrones juice. Until these man chop off someone's head that I didn't expect in an episode I didn't expect, I'm not.
The C-section was enough for you.
No, definitely not, bro.
The way they pulled the mum, the queen to
There's
the
more
bed, like
shock than it was.
Yeah, bruv.
What the yeah.
By the way,
we kind of knew that like they set you up that was gonna happen the whole episode.
Mad.
Like for anyone who was like, it is shocking to still see, but they kind of alluded you to like, yo, this ain't gonna end well the whole episode. So that's not it for like they did enough episode 1, but rest of the season, let's just keep peaking.
Mad respect for the actress for that scene, bro. Because her screaming,
bro.
whole scare, like the way they just pulled it down, and she looked at her husband like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like signs,
confused,
and
scared,
and my guy's like, "Don't worry about it. We're just getting the baby.
You.
Just baby, I love you."
You're getting the baby,
and she's just screaming and that, bro. Like the way you killed that scene, you've killed that scene.
No pun
but you
intended.
guys, you know what you guys need to kill.
Disclaimer.
No pun intended.
What? It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Anything man will say, man, just get this straight because
mad,
man, just talking about the scene.
All I'm, bruv.
Yeah, do your thing.
We're in the premiere. We're in the
thing.
premiere.
Yeah.
The woman next to me is bawling her eyes out during the scene. For anyone who is you know what I'm saying? Disclaimers
man.
there, fam.
Listen.
Bruv, I'm trying to protect the channel.
I hear you, but you came to watch
TV.
Game of Thrones.
You know what it says on the tin?
Like,
They come to cry. That's what I'm saying.
Some people came to laugh. I'm like,
Oh, man. I'm
shit.
not involved anyway. Episode was fire still.
but look, what you need to kill next is the comment section below, the subscription button, the Patreon subscription, all the things there, innit? Because it's about to be a wild ride. Yeah? Other than that, I'm Revenue GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
J, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
Shall see you next week. Peace.